All right, here we go. So see, I see the important people are here, so we'll get started. How's that for an introduction? Anyway, I went and gave a talk yesterday at a group. Somebody asked me to come give an intro talk, and so I said, okay. So we had fun doing that, but pretty much I had to go through mechanics of posture. So we'll be revisiting some of that. You see I have a bar. Hi there, Julia. I see you coming on. People are coming on. You can come on and have your picture there or not. Doesn't matter. Okay. So here we go. We're going to do rotations to start with today. Strength work, yes, but lining up. So I'm going to go step back, step back, step back. See how I'm wide? Then I'm going to go step forward, and I'm going to do a swing step. See that? See the swing step? So here's what you have to know about the swing step. As you're swinging back and forth, every once in a while, just glance down at your foot. Many people will turn their feet to get better balance, to widen their stance. So I would say to you, when you're doing this repetitively, which we're doing to warm up, okay, number one, make sure that if you need better balance, that's why I said step wide, because when I come forward, then I don't feel the need to do a slew foot motion like that. See, I don't have the need to do that. So I'm going to do a couple more on this side. And as I'm doing this with the bar, the swing step, just understand you're getting your hips oiled right now, and you're starting to load a little bit even. So as I pull back with the bar, I say rib cage up. Very important. Because if you don't, you're going to be leaning forward, and I don't want you to lean forward. I want you to stay in line over your hip as you swing this repetitive swing back and forth. And when I go forward, see, I go ahead and put my heel down and go to my toe, but I'm not leaning out excessively, okay? Breath in through the nose if possible. Really keep working with that. Breathing into the nose. Okay, drop your shoulders. Okay, now step together. Right now, just step together and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then step the other leg forward. And as you pull back right here, you keep your shoulders down. Pretend I'm right there. And I'm patting you right here. I'm just saying, stay back there because you're going to want to do this. And I don't want you to do that. So as I go back and forth with the wider swing step, this rotation, to get warmed up, I just keep saying rib cage up. And don't be surprised that if you're not really focused a bit, you will like understep or overstep, and you might start to lose your balance a little bit. And I would say, yay, because I want you to do things like that that helps you pull back and do a corrective measure. Take a look once in a while as we're doing this repetitive swing rotation at your foot, because some of you inadvertently turn your toes out. You turn your feet out. Okay. So it's a heel toe and then toe heel. So it's actually a really good way to stretch through your lower leg, because when you do that pronounced heel toe and then toe heel, go ahead and plant the heel so that you feel a little bit of a stretch, not a big one, a little one, because this is done repetitively. And you might say, well, why do you keep doing that, Jeannie? And I'm saying, well, when you do your warm up, you walk front to back or you walk around your room And you want to do it enough that you actually start getting warm. So that's why I'm doing it so much. And it's doing more for you to prep you to do lifting, squatting, moving that we're going to be doing today more than you know. Okay, I'll just say that. Okay, let's give it about 3 more. Drop your shoulders, heel toe, and then toe heel, and plant it. Keep your supporting knee soft. Okay, yes, back and forth. Okay, now then take your bar and just deep dive. See that? So this is my first hip hinge of the day here. So I'm going to hip hinge. And when I hip hinge, I want my rib cage to come up, my shoulders to go down. So as I go into this forward motion, I'm going to keep my chin tucked and I'm diving in there. And you notice I'm not going much further than my knee. See, I'm just going to go right there. I'm keep my chin tucked because most of us, when we do this motion, you inadvertently, without thinking, crane your neck up. Now we're going to do that in a minute, but we're going to do it very differently than what people normally do when they do this motion. When you come up, you're going to stay right underneath the chin with the pole, and your elbows are going to go back and your shoulders are going to go down. Got it? Here we go. Just to the knee. Keep your chin tucked. Bring it up. Pull those elbows back. Shoulders down. And you're at least a hip width apart. Okay? Breath in through the nose. Out through the nose if possible. Watch what you're doing with your wrists here. Okay? I have lots of people that like to do these little things like this. See? That's like breaking the wrist down. Keep your wrist neutral. And here we go. Deep dive. Right to the knee and come back up. Keep your chin tucked and go into your heels. And see, I can do this pretty quickly as a warm-up motion because I'm not taking it to, the level of creating a stretch reflex. That's not my purpose right now. My purpose is to really warm up, get on board some muscles that sometimes go to sleep, namely our gluteal and our hamstring. See that? Take a breath. Woo. Keep your chin tucked. Stay high in your hip hinge. And when you're coming down and you just go barely to the knees, you want to be pressing gently into the heels. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Big breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Then we're going to bring this right out here, and we're going to go up with the heel. So if you need to steady yourself, of course, always have a wall or a chair, but take your polo. You're just going to reach out. You're going to tap back, and I want you to tighten your gluteal because I want to get those gluteals on board. That's going to be one of the big reasons why we do these kinds of motions, to get you warmed up, especially when I know we're going to be doing some sit to stand, some squatting with our weights. Okay, so rib cage up, you reach, and you just pull that heel up with a straight leg. If your leg doesn't stay straight right now, you're not going to be getting those butt muscles, the gluteals firing. And that's my purpose in this move. Okie dokie. So soft knee here, straight leg back here, pull, bring it back, pull, bring it back, pull, bring it back, and pull, and bring it back. Bring the hands down. You're going to do a turn, because all these motions that I'm doing is getting you to contract through your back. Some of you Might need to take a little break here, see? Because you're feeling those contractions going on, which is good. That's what we want. Take a big breath, a big breath, a big breath. Now we're ready to do the other leg. So here's my pole. I'm going to go out with it, but I don't lock my elbows. That's number one. When I do go out with it this time, I'm going to go up with the wrist and down with the wrist. Okay? You've got to keep your shoulders down. So even though this is still a prep warm-up move, you got to pay attention to how you're moving. So it's a down and it's an up. I'm soft right here in the front leg, and I want to lift the back leg by tightening my gluteal. That's kind of important here because we can do all kind of cheater moves. Drop your shoulders. I want to bring the whole leg up. And as I rotate my wrists, with my elbows soft, my shoulders down, I want to tighten up the gluteal. Bring it up. Tighten, bring it up. Tighten, bring it up. Do not rotate your hip out. You want that heel leading. Keep your shoulders down. Squeeze through the gluteal. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Drop your shoulders and bring it down. Step wide. And here we go. Rotate, rotate. Rotate, rotate. See that? Now, as you're rotating, you're going to shift from side to side. However, you got to hear me on this. Your knees need to be soft. When you do this, you say rib cage up. That little move will keep you from doing this, which is what everybody does when they start doing this kind of a motion. So when you turn, you're on this leg, you've shifted, say rib cage up. Yes. Now you've got it. Rib cage up is a whole different move. And it will be so much more effective if you pay attention to the line that you're creating when you do this very big transverse move. And you're pulling that elbow back behind you, which opens the chest wall. But you won't get any of that if you cave on me. And if you lean in and just kind of round your back, don't do that. Say rib cage up. And when you turn, stay rib cage up. You're right here. See, you're to your toe, to your toe, to your toe, to your toe. Yay. Okay. I'm going to put the bar down for just a minute. I'm going to revisit it. But right now, I want you to start with a very light weight. Okay? So whatever is light for you, that's where you want to start. Now we're going to do a combination move to get us really pushed into our training session today. Okay? I'm standing in front of my chair, number one. I put the pad on the chair, number two. Why? Because I want a sit to stand that's not as hard as what we're going to go into. So I have light weights for me. It needs to be lightweight for you. If you've had shoulder issues, for sure, lightweight. So I go sit to stand. See that? So as I go into my sit down motion, my weights are going to be right here. I'm just going to pull them right up like a bent over row. See? So here's the combination. So I'm really pushing into my heels. I'm pulling my elbows right, tucking them right behind my back, so to speak. Breath, light weights into your heels, and sit. So here I am. I'm going to keep my light weights. I'm going to come up. I'm going to bring those weights right up here. I'm going to open, and I'm going to go just to my head, just to the top of my ears. See that? Oh, Take a breath. Soften your knees. Breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Breath. See, I'm not going up very far. And I have light weights. So if I were there with you, what I would be looking at right now is where is the position of your elbow when you're coming up and when you're coming down. See, I don't want it back here. That's number one. I don't want it up here. I want it right beside my body. See? Tap onto the deltoids. Go right to here. Right to here. Right. Okay, so it's 2 more. Breath. And now we're going to come down. We're going to go down to our hip hinge into the little pad that's on top of my chair, but I'm not going to sit down immediately. I'm going to go do another bent over row. So I'm going to bend over right here. Drop my shoulders. Breathe into the nose. Yes. Pull. These are light weights. Breath. Shoulder blades come in when those lift. Go into your heels. Big breath. Press. 1 more. And sit. Okay? So we're combining several moves in this little sit to stand thing that we're doing this morning. We're using light weights right now. Okay? So here I am sitting on my little pad. I'm going to turn my hands like this. I'm going to lean in. I'm going to go pull, turn, push. And as I'm sitting, I'm going to go just a tiny bit higher if everything's feeling good. Okay? So I'm going to go pull, curl, turn, lift, and go up there as far as you feel you can with a light weight. Lean in, hip hinge, pull, push. Take a big breath. Keep your chin tucked as you lean in. Pull, turn, and push. Okay, just 1 more. Breath and push. Nice. Okay. With these small weights now, we're going to tack a little move on before we pick up heavier weights. You ready? Here we go. Sit to stand with light weights. I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here. I'm going to put them right here. See that? I'm going to step forward just like we did in the warm-up. See that? Here's my light weights. I'm just going to pull them right in here. See that? My elbows are coming in and back, and my shoulder blades are coming down and in. I'm on my toe right here. And then I'm going to just leave the floor with my toe. See that? At the same time, you want to maintain your balance. Now, if you want to keep your weights right down here, if that's going to be easier for you to do, that's fine. That's an acceptable modification. What you don't want to do is rotate your hip, okay? Keep that heel lifting. Keep your chin tucked. We're getting those gluteals to just fire a little more. Now, step back. Step back. Take a big deep breath. Step forward with that leg. Okay? You can keep your hands down here, or you can keep them right in here. It's whatever floats your boat there. Either one is acceptable. So you see what I'm doing now? My knee is soft. My chin is tucked. My shoulders are down. If you put this little move with me in here, just be careful because it can throw you. Okay? It's a straight leg in the back, and you're squeezing your butt muscle over there. Yes. Breath. Pull. Breath. Yeah. Take a big breath. Pull. Just 2 more. Just 2 more. Keep your leg pretty straight. 1 more. Yeah, so that's a good way to get your gluteals fired up. Meaning they are innervating, okay? Now I'm gonna turn my weights up 1. So I'm gonna go progressive today. So in my weights that I'm picking up. So I'm gonna go to 9 for me. You'll go whatever you have up a little, okay? All right, you guys. It is starting to get beautiful up here. Fall, so pretty. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm higher weight, right? So I'm gonna go right back to, and I'm gonna finish the set. I'm gonna do a 3rd set of the bent over row. Now I have heavier weight. You got it? So you're gonna step wide. You're gonna act like you're hip hinging to go to a sit down, right? But you don't sit down. All right, we're gonna go right down here. We're gonna keep our elbows in, keep my chin tucked. I'm gonna go pull. And here's what I don't want to see you doing. I don't want you to take your head and chest lower than your legs and your rear end. Okay, that would be a mistake. Okay, equal out the pressure on your feet. Don't be more into one than in the other. Pull. And as you pull these up, rowing, your shoulder blades squeeze together. Yes. Breath, breath. 2 more. 1 more. And sit. There you go. Right. Oh, my dogs start to bark. Ruby woke me up. The thunder got her last night. So, what did I do? I got the veterinarian prescribed CBD oil and gave it to her. Okay, it helped. All right, here we are, sitting. Take a big breath, and we're gonna go into our curl. See that? These are heavier weights. Those of you who know that you have osteoporosis in the shoulders, in the upper back, neck area, go into this very mindfully. See, I'm pulling, and it might be that you want to just do this move with no weight. See, if you want to just do this move with no weight, that is perfectly fine. But think about how you're moving. See how I'm coming just right there? I'm dropping. I'm hip hinging forward. I'm on a platform here. Now, it's going to get much harder when we take that platform out. I just want you to be ready for that. Here we go. Open, push, pull back, down, come down. So it's a pull. It's like a hammer curl. Then you're going to turn. And then you're just going to carefully go up as far as you feel you can. Come back down. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Big breath. Big breath. Here we go. Keep that chin tucked. Open. All the way up as far as you feel you can. We're just going to do about 3 more. You do what you can. Think about how you're moving. Big breath. All your joints, your bones, your muscles will thank you. You take the time to line yourself up. And back down. And bring those weights right there. Okay? Now I'm still sitting on that little pad, right? We're going to take that out for the next segment. However, we are going to sit to the edge of the pad thing. We're going to open our hip hinge open backward. I am not going to use the chair back. There are those of you out there who may elect to. That's okay. So if you put your shoulder there just to touch it, don't lean into it. Why not? Because when you start to lean in too heavily, you lose the core, okay? You round, and I don't want you to round, all right? So drop your shoulders. You're gonna open right there, hovering above the chair. Your stomach should be definitely working. Then you're gonna bring one weight right here, other weight right here. You're gonna open and close. And you're gonna stay open at the hip. You're gonna keep under the chin with the weights. Breath. Breath into the nose. Open. Open. Yeah. Take a breath. Make sure you keep your rib cage up. Keep your wrists neutral. Okay, 3 more. One more. And bring it down. Nice. Okay, now I have a 9 and a 9 here. I know this is a rude awakening to Chrissy and Nancy because they've been having fun for for 2 weeks. And now you're gonna have fun here. Okay, I have 18 pounds here, okay? I'm prepping my feet because I'm gonna stand up with 18 pounds, okay? You have whatever you picked up, but just remember, that changes the pull on your whole frame. So be mindful of that when you go to stand up. So what's the proper mechanics? We're gonna shine our tail lights. Yes. So I'm gonna bring these out here. I'm gonna shine my tail lights and bring them up. See that? I'm gonna go back to that. Shine my tail lights, tap, and come back up. Once you're up there, don't lock your knees. Bring those weights up and go into a press where you're just barely at your head level. See, I didn't go up really high, not with weights, not right now. So I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna tap, pull, open and up. Back down, heels, pull, open and up. Push into the heels, pull, open and up. Here we go, one more. Push into the heels, breathe, open and up. Nice. Okay, now I'm gonna put my weights here. Okay, and I'm gonna take my little pad off my chair, put it right there. See how that's feeling? See that? One leg, other leg. If you find yourself when you step on that and you bring the back leg up, leaning from side to side, maybe you could benefit, and you'll not know that until you go one leg at a time. But I want the rod to keep me straight on. Why? Because we're going to be doing what's basically one-legged squats. Okay? So here I am. And I can already tell that the minute I step here, see, I'm trying to avoid these little muscle usage sensation on my hip replaced side. How do I avoid that? I overlean. And I don't want to overlean because I want to make the muscles that are weak get stronger. Okay? So see, I picked up my knee. See? This is keeping me straight on. And then I'm going to come down and tap down, and I'm going to come back up. See that? So you can either tap to the side, or you can tap behind you, whichever you like. But what you can't do is overlean. Some of you can use a pole. Some of you might want to use the chair back. I'm not using the chair back so that you can see what I'm doing, okay? But if you're straight on with it, like this, that is going to be a great assist, because what am I doing? I'm bending only my knee. I'm not pushing my hip back here. I'm coming down 2 inches because that's what that pillow is. Don't lean, bend the knee only, tap. See this? Yeah, I know you're wondering, what in the heck is this? Stay with me, y'all. Don't lean, okay? Don't hip hinge. You bend the knee only and then come up. Open your toes, okay? You should be on all 4 corners of your foot with the pressure that you're feeling. Don't overlean and don't push here hard, okay? You just want to maintain so that you're really, really using your whole leg here, okay? The front part and the back part. And this is just what's called a little step down, okay? Because I'm not hip hinging. I am bending at the knee to drop myself 2 inches. And you might not think that's much. But see, we're going to pick up weights here in a minute. So because I have a propensity to overlean and to not hit those structures, I'm going to pick up 1 weight. If you want to pick up 2 for this next segment, then that's good. You can do that, okay? But I have to go to the other side right now. So, see what I'm doing? I'm moving over to the side. I have my little chair here. I don't really need it for this side, see? So, my toe is up, and I'm just pushing my heel down. See that? So I'm bending my knee, and I'm just coming down 2 inches. But I'm not doing anything. I'm only being stable in my hip. I'm bending the knee, okay? And I've got my toe in dorsiflexion, meaning up, and I'm just touching the heel down. See that? So I'm doing these little squats, all right? I'm gonna do about 3 or 4 more, and then we're gonna load, all right? So many of you who have had issues with your feet, I don't care if it's your feet, your ankle, your knee, your hip, even your back. Oh my goodness, this little step down thing, make sure you're not pushing your hip back, okay? Just bend your knee. Okay, you should be feeling that, all right? Woo, all through your hip, leg, area. Now, if you've had a hip replaced, you're not gonna feel it the same, okay? But we have to keep persisting at trying to get those muscles to fire. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my weight here, okay? So I'm gonna move 1 weight for me, because I'm gonna hold on to make myself not cheat. If you wanna pick up 2 weights, well, by all means, pick up 2 weights. So what did I do? I went to 12. So now I'm just holding this right here, centrally. See that? And I've got my hand here, because if I didn't do that, I would do this and this. And I don't want to do that. I want to stay upright. So beware of this. I have lots of people out there that have these same kind of little issues. Bring that toe up. Make sure you keep your elbows under you, especially if you're using a rod or a chair. Okay, you want it on all 4 corners of your feet and pull the toe up. And so I've added 12 pounds to my frame as I'm doing this little knee bend. And it is definitely a knee bend. It is not a hip hinge, okay? Take a big breath. Now I'm just now starting to really feel the muscles firing, okay? So it's gonna take a little longer, especially if you've had a hip replaced. It's just the way it is. A lot of things get moved around. Okay, keep the toe up. Take a big breath. Bend that knee. Press into all four corners of the foot. Shoulders down, shoulders down. Big breath. Big breath. 2 more, just 2 more. Yay. Now I'm gonna move to the other hand because I don't really need my chair. So I'm gonna go right here, okay? This is a stronger side. So I'm gonna bring the toe up. I'm gonna be on my heel. And then I'm gonna up and down. So don't drop your hips. You stay level. You're dropping through the knee bending, okay? And boy, you will feel it in through your gluteal, your quad, your hamstring. This is an excellent move if you're trying to get leg strength up after an injury. This one is kind of forgotten sometimes unless you've had some therapy. So this tends to be one of those fitness / therapy moves. Yeah, be careful. Take a big breath. Don't hip hinge. Keep that toe up. Breath. In through the nose. 2 more. Okay. Bring that weight over. Now, we're going to use our free weights. I'm going to go ahead and go on up with the other weight. So now I have 12 and 12. So what does that mean? I'm into a medium lift, okay? A medium lift. So 12 and 12 in my free weights. Pick them up. We're going to come back over here. We're going to turn our chair around. And we're going to do some multitasking moves, okay? We're going to add on. We're going to do a carry. So I've got these weights right back here behind my little pillow. I'm going to step over just like that. I'm going to come back around and I'm going to step over with the other leg. My guess is you stepped with your stronger leg. So now you step with the weaker leg. Turn. See, I want to go I want to do a lot of moving. This helps you navigate the real world in balancing, stepping up, stepping down, turning this way, turning that way. And I've got 2 suitcases right here hanging off my side. So I'm going to go up, over, turn. Then I'm going to use the other leg, up, over, turn. Take a big deep breath. Then I'm going to stand on top. I'm going to step down, bring those weights right in here to the middle. I'm going to do a squat and pull. And when I go down, I am going to really shine my taillights. Right there. Woo! Take a big breath. Right there. Heels. Make sure you're not wobbling your knees. They got to stay tracking right in line. Okay, with your ankle, your hip, you get the idea. Here we go. Boom. Woo, right there. All the way down. Push. So when you go down, make sure you're pushing your butt back. Bend the knees. Then push into the heels and come up. Don't take your upper body down further than you're taking your butt. So if I were there, I would be right there yelling at you not to drop your head and chest lower than your butt. Push into the heels. Come down. Yes. Dig into the heels. Drop your butt even 1 more inch. Breath. Pull. Breath. pull. One more. Breath. Pull. Then I'm going to step right here in front of my chair. Now I don't have the pad on my chair. So that means 2 more inches I'm going down. Okay? So here we go. Down. Sit. You're going to stand with these bigger weights. Or not. Nobody knows but you what you've been doing. You know, maybe you need to do everything today with no weights. That's fine. But I'm choosing to load. So I have 12 and 12. So here's my weights. And I'm gonna press and push. So I'm gonna push into my heels as I lift my whole body weight up, okay? We're gonna do this, we're gonna shoot for 6 to 8. So stay with me. So it's right there. Push through the heels and come up. Make sure when you're coming up that you're pushing through the heels, okay? That's gonna help you not to over lean and to put too much pressure on your knee. Breath, heels, squeeze real tight. Okay, back down. We got 3 more. Take a big breath. And 2 more. Watch your knees. Make sure you're not caving. Make sure you're not going in or out. Okay, just 1 more. Here we go. Oh, take a big breath. Nice. So now I'm right here by my chair. And I'm just gonna press my knee into the chair and then step back. I'm gonna press my knee into the chair and step back. Yeah, that much, that's it. See, right there? So it's a very minimal split stance. Take big breath in through the nose, out through the nose, curl, curl. You're in a split stance. And here's the deal. Step back, put your other foot forward. When you did the curl just now, like this, if you weren't noticing, my guess is you were leaning heavily toward the front. This is a split stance move. I want equal pressure on the front leg versus the back leg. Look at your back toe. Make sure it's not ducking out on you. Drop your shoulders. It's going to be pull and pull. So this is a split, minimal split stance. So really put pressure, both front and back of the leg, the front leg and the back leg. You're just doing a little curl here in a split stance. Okay, bring it back. Put the other leg in front. Drop your shoulders. Big breath. Stay equal. Now bring that weight up. Bring it up and open. Okay. And then you're just going to touch your shoulders and you're going to lift it to barely to your ears. See? Barely to my ears. Okay. Split stance, equal front leg, back leg. Breath. Do not go over your ears. Breath, 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 breath. Go. Yeah. 2 more. And bring it down and bring it down. Woo! All right. Good job. All right. We're going to go down with the same weights. Right into my, sit on my little chair there. Should be sweating by now, I hope. Okay. Open yourself back from the hip. Remember? Just open back, drop your shoulders. And what I want you to do is turn your head. Don't lean. just turn your head, okay? Now let me warn you. This seems so simple. I'm here on my chair. I'm gonna say rib cage up. I'm at the edge of my chair. That's number one. Number two, shoulders down. Yes, chin tucked. I'm going back. I'm holding right now. Now I'm gonna turn. And I'm gonna try to put my chin on my shoulder, okay, or over my shoulder. Then I'm gonna come forward, okay? Then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna take my chin and turn it as far as I can so that it's trying to come over to my shoulder. If you don't watch it, what's gonna happen is when you turn your chin, you're gonna inadvertently turn your shoulder. I don't want you to turn your shoulder here. This is about the neck and front and back, upper back, neck. That's what this is about, okay? Take a big breath, open, see, turn, just like that. See that? Then turn forward and come back, okay? Drop your shoulders, and the shoulder blades are kind of squeezing a little, okay? Kind of like that. Open, turn, don't turn the shoulder. Okay, I'm gonna have good reason for this in just a second. Breath in through the nose. So a lot of this was stuff that I did at my talk yesterday. And because most people find themselves seated, okay, start right there. You can get a better core. You can help your whole spine and your whole neck just by doing this type of motion, okay? Drop the shoulders, pull the shoulder blades in, come forward, drop back, tight, turn the chin. And you're gonna notice you can turn further on one side than the other. Come back, then come forward. Got it? Here we go, just one more time. Breathe in. Drop the shoulders, drop the chin in, open, tight, turn. See, don't drop that shoulder. Really turn it. Yeah. Then come back, come forward. Go back open, turn, not the shoulder. Turn the chin. Don't tilt, turn. And then come back up. Nice. Okay, now we're going to turn the shoulder. I'm going to take my shoulder that I've been working on really hard. I've been working on all these today, okay, along with our legs. I'm going to just hook my arm over my chair, okay? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to turn away from that position, okay? So don't drop your shoulder, okay? Equal. Now turn and open. This one has Kay's name written on it, okay? Turn your chin, opposite, and pull away from that arm back there. Drop your shoulder. Make sure you drop your shoulder as far as you can as you're opening all this area, okay? And hang out there for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Okie dokie. All right, take a big breath. In through the nose, use your diaphragm. I'm gonna put my arm back over my shoulder here. Try not to drop, okay? And I'm gonna pull away from that arm, okay? Drop your shoulder. If you don't drop your shoulder, you will not get the right emphasis in that pull that I'm wanting you to get. So you're pulling away from that arm that's hooked over your back chair, okay? This move right here, if I could get desk workers, students, people that are bending over a computer or a sink for that matter, if I could just get you to stop and take a break and go do this at an open door, you know, just grab hold and turn away from, and really give yourself a chance to reset through your shoulders, etc. Oh my goodness, you would feel so much better, like immediately, okay? So here I am. I'm gonna stand, sit to stand. So I'm gonna stand. Now I'm gonna reset those shoulders. How am I gonna do that? A real standard move that I've done in here for many years. I have my hands right out here. My knees are soft, and I'm just going to bring my knee up. See, a little bit. See that? I'm just gonna go 1 and 2. And while I'm doing that, you guessed it, Kathy's counting. I'm just doing forward, the thumb is going forward. My palms are down, and all I'm doing is just bringing my knee up. I'm not doing anything else but bringing my knee up. So this is giving my spine, my hips, and especially my shoulders a real wake-up call, okay? Take a big breath through the nose. Okay, I think we're probably into our second set of 10. We're going for 30, y'all. I said it. I'll say 3 sets of 10. That's more gentle. Okay, I'm going to say we're ready to do our last 10. Stay with me.
31, 32.
No, you had to have started sooner than me.
Absolutely not.
Okay, bring them in, bring them down. See that? Now, stay right here, okay? Your butt's pushing back. And now I want you to turn your whole body and keep your hand low and go over your back, right like that. Then you're gonna come back and do a big sweep. See that? See that? Yeah, then take the other one, just 2. You don't have to do a lot. Keep it low. Keep it low. Breath. Okay, now step back up. We had our hands palm down before. I just now gave you a rest, correct? Everybody's rested. Palms up. And now all I'm gonna do is go to my toe. I'm just gonna go heel up, heel up. See, I'm just bringing my heel up and up, but my arms are straight out. If that hurts my shoulder, bring them down and go backward circles. See that? But if you can maintain right here and just pull the heel a little bit, see, it's just a little pull. It's just a little pull that makes you keep your rib cage up. You have to attend to a good extended spine while you've got your arms straight and you are doing a task for your shoulders that will help your shoulders to reset themselves, okay? Into the shoulders, a ball and socket. It's not connected by bones. So your muscles, ligaments, and tendons are everything with your shoulder, okay? Take a big breath. Yeah, stay with me. We're going for 30. Yeah, we are. See, all I'm doing is bringing my heel up. That's it.
31, 32.
She's saying it's time to quit. Okay. How did you feel after you did a full 30? Front and back. Turn and turn. See that? Turn, keep your knees soft. Keep your knees soft. Take a big breath. Yes. Yes. When you move in some of these moves that I introduce and that I'm doing with you, when you move into 30, a full 30 repetition, and or you start to really put weight on some of these moves, wow, it gets your attention. So we're gonna do one last move because I did a lot with the front. I did some with the back, but now we're gonna end with really pushing through the back part of not only your back, but the back part of your arms. which also encompasses forearms. Okay, so I'm going to let you go right ahead and sit for this one. So before we do that, we're going to take a minute to stretch our hamstrings. How are we going to do that? Because I'm fixing to pick up pretty heavy weights. Okay, I'm going to put my hands right here on my chair. Okay, and I'm going to straighten my legs, assisted right here. Okie dokie. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to just lower my head just momentarily, and I'm going to go one leg straight, one leg bent. And I'm going to really pull my body right into those legs, and I'm going to pull the toes up and pull my body into the legs. And you should have a pretty good stretch on the backs of those legs. And you can do that laying down. I don't stay down very long so that the blood goes into the head too much, but it's okay to do it a little bit. Okay, I have very heavy weights. I say that. I don't have as heavy as I could go. They're medium to heavy. So I have 12 and 12. So you could go as much as you want to, and because we're going to push here and here. So this has to do with the middle upper back, the backs of the arms, and the forearms and the hands for sure. Okie dokie, you ready? So we're going to come right here. We're just going to push those arms back. That's it. And then we're going to pull them together, the shoulder blades together. So I'm going to bring it back up. I'm going to push them straight and pull. Breath. So it's a push and it's a pulling in. Breath. It's a push back and it's a pulling in. It's a push back, pulling in with the shoulder blades. Try not to drop your head forward too much. Just keep your chin tucked. Breath. So this is all those muscles in the back of part of the shoulder, in your upper back, that's going to keep you more upright. So put some real effort into getting these muscles overloaded right now. Breath, press, pull. It's a press and a pull. Breath, press and a pull. Breath, press and pull. Breath, go. Here we go. Go. Two more. Pull in. See, I'm going back, and then I pull my shoulder blades together. Okay, one more. Yay. Put those down. Take a big deep breath and do that little turn. Do a little turn, a little recovery. Yeah. Then I'm going to take my leg and go out to the side. I'm going to go to the front of the chair and put the top part of my foot down on the floor and then go back. So I feel a big stretch right here. Big breath through the nose. Big breath, back. Big breath. Release. You can do that as long or as many times as you feel that you need. Some people are more tight there than others. So to the side, to the front of the chair, drop your knee down beside your chair, put the top part of your laces right on the floor, and then open back. Wow, this move can help relieve your back immediately if you do it correctly. So make sure you're all the way to the front, depending on if you have a knee replaced, a hip replaced. You have to adjust and move so that you really feel the stretch, okay? So this was an introduction back to weight training for Chrissy and Nancy. Okay, I hope that you were able to do some of those today, and it's going to help you. That's what I'm hoping. I hope you're a little stiff tomorrow. Then we'll know that that was about right.